Okay, so today we're interviewing Mr. Mcphail, or Brian, for the careers newsletter for this month, for the end of the academic year, and it's all around science. So Brian has been at Fred Longworth High School as the head of faculty for 41 years, so he knows a thing or two about science. Isn't that right, Brian?
Thanks, Becky. Yeah, I do.
So let's start off, Brian, with you telling us about your education journey. So
my education journey, which
yes.
started many, many years ago. I went to a little primary school in Wigan called St Pat's, and in them days, you took your 11 plus, which is like an exam to get to grammar school. I passed that and I went to John Rigby Grammar School, which is now John Rigby Sixth Form College.
Yeah.
So I was there between 11 and 18. I left there, went on to uni, did a biology degree, then I did a PGCE, I should say.
Yeah. Which university did you go to?
It was Leeds University.
Oh, nice university.
Why did you say that? Is that what it is?
It's a Redbridge University, Russell Group, Leeds.
Oh, not bad from a kid from Beach Hill. So I went there, and then I came straight into teaching from university, and I've been here for 41 years. So there you go.
Brilliant. So which part about your education journey did you enjoy the most? Did you like doing your degree, or did you like your PGCE the best, or your A-levels?
I've got to be truthful, I found A-levels difficult because you have to work out for A-levels. I
Yeah.
won't lie about that one. And the PGC, the last year at uni was really difficult as well because you did a lot of preparation to learn to become a teacher. So the best part really was the degree, because although I was studying a lot, I was still socialising, played football for the university, so I had a really good time there. So I really enjoyed going to university.
Brilliant. What about your degree? What was it in? Was it in science?
Biology.
Biology degree. Okay. So what about your journey at Freddy's? When did you start working at Freddy's?
Ooh, started in 1980, and there's a little bit of a story about this because I was down in Peterborough, which is in the east of England. And remember in 1980 nobody had mobile phones and there was no like social media, there was no communication. And I was going back to Leeds Uni and I missed the train, so I thought I'd just ring me dad. So I ran and phoned him up. And he says, you better get back to Wigan, you've got an interview tomorrow. Because it was a Sunday night, you've got an interview tomorrow at a school called Fred Longworth at 9 o'clock. So I had to dash from Peterborough Station to Manchester to get over to Wigan. My dad picked me up. I didn't have clothes properly, so I had to borrow some of this, nobody would go there. And I came down and I got the job actually. So it was a bit of a kind of twist of fate, I got the job.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 41 years later I'm still here. So there you go.
If you hadn't missed that train, Brian, you might never be here.
I could have been anything. I could have been teaching the same moves.
So you've been here for 41 years.
Yeah.
What do you like the most about Freddy's? What will you miss about Freddy's because you're going to drop down to a couple of days, aren't you?
I'm going part-time, yeah. I've done 41 years. Missing Freddy's. To be truthful, it's been a massive part of my life, for 41 years. Got so many great memories, so many good friends, I've worked with here. Some fantastic kids, working with kids I've always enjoyed, guiding them and helping them and that. And I also think Freddy's kind of community it's been good with me, they're quite, by the way I say about the people from Tills, they're like, they don't suffer fools, but once they you prove yourself to them, they're very, very loyal to you. And they've been brilliant with me over the last 41 years.
Yeah.
So I really will miss the place and the people. So.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be emotional,
So you're going down to 2 days, but really you're going to be here 5 days, yeah?
In spirit, yeah.
Okay, so with your 3 days off next year then, what are you going to spend your time doing? What are your hobbies? What are you going to do in your spare time?
I have 2 hobbies. First of all, it's fly fishing, so I do a lot of fishing. Not that canal bank stuff sitting there. None of that. I do the fly fishing of rivers and catching salmon and trout, so I'll be able to do a little bit more of that and go different rivers around the country, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And second, I like doing a bit of hiking, in the Lake Districts, stuff like that, so I'm going to find out new walks, just getting out there a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 things I'm looking forward to do.
They're sort of linked to your love for biology as well, because they're like nature.
Right, nice link that. That can be a great link there. Yeah, you're right. I think even if I weren't a teacher, sometimes you get asked that question, Brian, if you weren't a teacher, what would you be? And it would have been something connected with nature.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be going into civil service in the Forestry Commission before I eventually decided on teaching. So you're right there. Yeah. And I also watch Spring Watch. You get me?
So what about your best memory, or have you got a good story about your time from, I mean, I'm sure that there are a million stories from 41 years, but is there anything that stands out?
Oh, there's tons of stories. Let me think. I think, stories. One of my funniest moments in the classroom was that the English department they're encouraging our first year kids, or year sevens as they call them, to bring in their pet to school. And what the kids did, they just bring the pet in like a rabbit or a gerbil, and they talk about the pet, just encouraging them like that. And so this was going on for like weeks, and then this little kid comes in this big cardboard box, and they were popping it back in my lab, because my lab was like a zoo, and then there's like gerbils and terrapins. So there was this cardboard box, and I'm immune to all this now, just cropping up and all that. And suddenly halfway through the lesson, bang, the egg comes out, and it's a massive white goose. It climbs out of the cardboard box and starts flying round. And all the kids are diving for cover. I'm not there as well, I'm not there because I'm keeping well out of this. And this little year 8 kid comes up and he grabs it by the neck. I'll sort it. Grabbed this goose by the neck and popped it back in the box. So little moments like that, where we only can happen in the classroom. So that's one thing I remember. Ooh, another story. Let me think. Another one is we used to go on sports tours with Si Rigby. You know Simon, obviously.
Yeah.
So going on holiday with Simon, you can imagine what it's like. But we went to Italy, and so it's like a sports tour, and they had to wear Freddy's kits to go there, tops and what have you like that. So Wendy had to produce all these kits. So when it comes to tour of Italy, Wendy spelt Italy, I-T-L-Y. So it's Fred Longworth High School tour of Italy. So all the kids are off to the airport with these tops on with Italy like that. And as we're on the coach, and these are Freddy's kids, to the song, is it Valeri, that song? I think, was it called Valeri? Help me out here with that.
The football song?
No, it's like an Italian song. Jack, do you know Valeri?
No.
You need to get out more. And they were singing, they said, I've got to sing it.
Go on, you sing it.
Should I sing this one?
Yeah, why don't you sing it?
They said, oh Wendy, oh Wendy, oh, she comes from Tilsley, she can't spell it, silly, oh. And that's your Freddy's kids, so little moments like that.
Some great memories there.
Oh, brilliant memories, yeah, brilliant memories. That's the ones I can tell you in camera.
They're the ones that are okay for the school public.
Oh yeah.
So on that note then, so from your best memories and stories from working here, are there any alumni, so any past students that you're either really proud of or like stick in your mind, or anybody that's gone on to be famous in the science world or anything like that?
There's a lot of alumni from Freddy's, and again I've taught over 10,000 kids, so you're going to
That is a lot.
Can
you remember all of their names though?
I'm not bad with names actually.
You actually are pretty good.
When the kids come on and say, listen, you taught me mum, you taught me dad, and now you taught me granddad. They're killing me with that one now. But I can remember the names, so I'm quite good with names like that. But yeah, obviously I was heavy into football. I played a lot of football, and Joey Parkinson, who I used to coach, he went on to play for Everton and won the FA Cup with Everton, so that's dead nice. When you have a kid who actually, you've coached a little bit when they were young to want to win an FA Cup winners medal and stuff like that. And then there's Harriet Pearson, a former student who worked along key professors on the graphene project. I think they actually won the Nobel Prize in science.
Yeah.
Nathan Lehman now, he's gone on, he's the mathematician for the England cricket team. So
Brilliant.
Paul Radcliffe, he won a silver medal in the Olympics, in the canoe. So loads and loads of kids who you've taught and you've had a chat with on the way, and so many people have done well. So I have a lot of pride in anybody from Freddy's who who goes on to do well, because I think it's great that a kid can come from this little village of Tilsley and, you know, make the mark in the world. So it gives you a lot. And you feel like you kind of, I won't say you contributed to all of them, but you probably had a word on the corridor or chat, something like that. So.
And it's that Fred Longworth community as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And that's why the school's so special.
Yeah.
And you know that stuff.
Well, I've only been here a year, so I've only been here from September, but yeah, I definitely feel that sort of that pride of being part of the school.
And yeah, so. it's important. It's a great school for the community.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get even more emotional here.
Sorry, I'll have him crying in a minute. So you've already answered the question: if you weren't a science teacher, what would you be? So
yeah,
it's
something
work
to do with
in
that,
forestry and
actually,
things. So really, I've only really got one other question to ask you, and this is: what advice would you give to the current Freddy students?
Students?
Yeah.
Whoa.
About their futures and about them moving on, moving forwards.
Well, the kind of, from my own experience, I came from a one-parent family from council estate in Beach Hill, so you're never going to be a stockbroker, is it? But even if you have like a kind of difficult upbringing as a child, sometimes if you work hard at school and get focus, you know, you can be successful. You can do something what you want to be, and that's the advice I said to them. You know, when they're having tough times, I always said, you know, focus on, try your best at school, try and get to college, and a door will open for you, and you'll be able to, you know, make your way in the world, so like that. So it's always to do with, you know, focus, try your best to do your best for yourself. So that's mainly the message I said to any kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nothing's out of reach.
Yeah,
as you know.
nothing is impossible, like, as long as you put your mind to it.
Yeah, it's like I said, yeah. So.
And there's lots of support, like you were saying, you know, this is a great school and the teachers are all fantastic. There's lots of support for the students, so whatever they want to do, they can always get some help.
Yeah, of course it is like that, like I said. So.
Yeah. So have you got anything else that you want to add to our
it's
science
just,
newsletter?
Oh, it's just like I say, it's nice talking to you, Becky. I don't normally do interviews, you know what I mean? I normally... Were you? Exactly, I camera there. I don't normally do interviews, but so it's very nice of you to ask me. You know what I mean? So because I have changed. 41 years ago, I had brown hair.
There'll be some parents and grandparents watching.
Easy, Bex. Easy.
That might not recognise you, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. More to the purpose.
Well, it's been lovely to talk to you today.
Oh,
Thank you.
Lovely to talk to you as well. Nice.
Thanks,
all right, sweet. Cheers.